Want to watch my brand new car show with Joseph from Real Life Lore? Come check out Nebula, the brand new streaming platform built by creators for creators after this. Think about everything you've thrown away today. Leftover food, junk mail, maybe some packaging. We generate a lot of trash. In North America, on average, each person produces almost 5 pounds of trash per day. Some of it gets recycled, thankfully, but the vast majority of municipal solid waste, a fancy word for trash, ends up in landfills, or the ocean, or scattered around beaches, trails, and parks. But just how much waste does the world really produce? The answer might surprise you. Much of the data for this video comes from a report titled What a Waste 2.0, which analyzed the waste production of 367 cities in 217 countries. This giant 200-page study is available online along with multimedia elements for visualization. You can find it by following the link in the description. As with many aspects of modern life, inequality plays a role in the global production of trash. For example, rich countries like the United States, Canada, and members of the EU only make up 16% of the world population, but account for 34% of the world's trash. Developing nations produce much less garbage, but in these lower-income countries, 93% of waste is mismanaged, compared to just 2% in higher-income countries. Daily per capita waste production is estimated to be about 4.87 pounds in North America versus 1.01 pounds in sub-Saharan Africa. And while rates of garbage collection are improving in poor countries, the rate of production is expected to triple by 2050. When we take the total amount of waste generated by each country analyzed in the report and add it all up, we get a staggering number. The world produces over 2 billion metric tons of trash every year. For comparison, a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier displaces about 100,000 tons. To put that another way, 1 year's worth of the world's trash is equal to the weight of 20,000 aircraft carriers. That's an almost unfathomable amount of garbage. Predictably, wealth and population are two of the main drivers for waste production. In 2016, the greatest producer was the East Asia and Pacific region at 23%, followed by Europe and Central Asia at 20%, South Asia at 17%, and North America at 14%. Now, the production of waste is a natural byproduct of human activity and not inherently terrible. As long as the trash is properly collected and disposed of, whether by recycling, composting, or otherwise limiting its negative effects on the environment, trash is fairly benign as far as pollutants go. The problem starts when garbage isn't handled properly, and unsurprisingly, much of the trash on Earth is not. Around the world, about 40% of waste is disposed of in landfills, which is currently the best way to contain the pollution to a single location. 19% is recycled or composted, and 11% is destroyed through modern incineration. These are all decent solutions. However, 33% of trash around the world is still heaped in massive, open-air dump sites. In lower-income countries where landfills are not yet available, 93% of garbage is burned or dumped in roads, open land, or waterways, which poses a significant threat to both human health and ecological sustainability. And the problem isn't just contained to the land. In fact, it's even more of a challenge in the ocean. The world's oceans are home to 5 gigantic garbage patches, mostly comprised of sturdy, buoyant plastic that doesn't biodegrade or sink. The largest of these is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, located halfway between California and Hawaii. This floating dump is truly massive, covering an area of over 1.6 million square kilometers. That's twice the size of Texas, or 3 times the size of France. The patch is made up of over 1.8 trillion individual pieces of plastic, and weighs in at over 80,000 tons, the weight of 50 jumbo jets. All these bits and pieces of plastic pose a huge threat to marine life, which get tangled in nets or confuse it for food. Even if the animals survive eating the plastic, it often contains chemicals that make their way up the food chain and into the food consumed by humans. So we've created mountains of trash on land, islands of trash in the ocean. What's left to contaminate? Believe it or not, we're so good at generating waste that we've even started to litter on the moon. As a matter of fact, litter might be too polite a word, because to date, we've left over 200 tons of trash on the lunar surface. This includes 70 unmanned spacecraft, old boots, towels, backpacks, and perhaps the strangest contaminant, 96 bags of urine and vomit. In the grand scheme of things, trash on the moon isn't that important. Yes, it's a shame we've contaminated another once pure celestial body, but our main concern should be fixing the trash problem we've created here on Earth. After all, it doesn't just affect humans. Thousands of animal species are at risk because of our disposal habits, and upsetting the fragile balance of the world's ecosystems could spell disaster. We'll need to put our best minds to the task of coming up with innovative new ways to solve the mounting garbage dilemma. We've solved big problems before, and if we make cleaning up the planet a priority, we can solve this one too. Speaking of coming up with innovative new ways to do things, that's pretty much how Nebula came to be. Nebula is our very own streaming service, built with our friends at Standard and powered by some of the smartest creators on YouTube, like CGP Grey, Kurzgesagt, Wendover Productions, and of course, Second Thought and Real Life Lore. We all love YouTube, but their algorithm rewards a certain kind of content. Stuff that's easy to click on, easy to watch, and easy to share, because that's what makes YouTube money. Because of that, anytime creators try to do something new or different, YouTube gets spooked and buries the video so no one sees it. It's designed to keep us from trying new and exciting things. That's why we created Nebula, a streaming platform that we control, so we can use it to try new things, explore different formats, and share more behind-the-scenes content. You can check it out and get a 1-week free trial at watchnebula.com. We'll be rolling out new original shows each month, like Grand Theft Auto, my new car show with Joseph from Real Life Lore. And we've got some exciting secret projects in the works, including stuff from Kurzgesagt, Mike Boyd, and Real Engineering. The service is only $5 a month, and aside from service fees, that money goes straight to the creators and to funding new original content. Right now, you can watch on the web or with our shiny new iOS app. Apps for other platforms are in the works too, but we wanted to get your feedback and make sure our fans have a voice in what we're building. Visit watchnebula.com and get a free 7-day trial to check out Grand Theft Auto, and stay tuned for all the other great stuff we're working on just for you.